Hello there. It's my pleasure to be here, and it's an even bigger pleasure to talk a little bit about a long, long cotton career. I came to Memphis in 1956, a chemical engineer out of California, and I didn't fit in with the front street climate very well. I quickly became educated. I went to Murdoch Cotton Classing School. I learned how to class cotton. I tried to buy cotton on Front Street. Some people try to make fun of me. Some people try to trick me. Some people were even nice to me. I bought cotton from numerous people on Front Street. But most of all, I worked for the firm Hohenberg Brothers Company, one of the largest cotton merchants in the world at various times. Hohenberg Brothers was established in 1879 in Alabama, moved to Memphis in 1936. When I came here, cotton merchants were Anderson Clayton, who was bigger than anybody, bigger than everybody else combined. Firms like George H. McFadden, Whale Brothers, Cook Industries, there were quite a few. They bought cotton from farmers. They bought cotton from brokers here in town. They bought cotton from co-ops, and they sold cotton all over the world. Front Street was not just the Memphis cotton brokerage place, but the place where there were home base for cotton merchants who served the world. Front Street was very important, not just the cotton industry, but in the history of the United States, history of the world. For instances it was the cotton merchandising firms who opened up Eastern Europe in the early 1960s. They're the ones who sold cotton to places like Hungary and Poland during the height of the Cold War and opened them up to American trade. There was the Front Street merchants who opened up China in the 1970s. We were the leaders. Some of the first joint ventures in China were made by cotton merchants. Cotton merchants really opened up China in all respects for trade for everything, not just cotton. The cotton row included lots of people who were as important to the world today as major corporations like FedEx is. We were the FedExes of their day, and we may still be today. We're just hiding better. This was a vibrant, intelligent, pleasant community of great, great people who worked together to make this a better world, to make this a better industry, and we all did well. Most of us prospered, and all of us have very, very great memories. As far as Hohenberg Brothers is concerned, it was a great company. Unfortunately, I came here in 1956 or 57 because I married Elkin Hohenberg's daughter. So I came here on a leash, pulled here, but I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Mr. Hohenberg passed away a couple of years later, and his son and I continued to run the business, and we built it up to where for a while in the 1980s, late 70s, we were the largest cotton merchandising firm in the world. We had a very, very good run. Full of fond memories of building a business. We were fortunate that we had a number of very, very great people working for us who helped build it up. We became the largest firm when we acquired Raleigh Brothers and Coney in the late 1970s. They were established even before we were, and were a worldwide concern, and we took them over and ran them. And that was a great experience because it got us into places where we had never been, like Pakistan and Afghanistan, and I can think back on those places. I remember talking to a cotton buyer in the middle of Afghanistan during the height of the Russian-Afghan war, and he was the only one in a hotel buying cotton for us and shipping it out to Germany. So the world is full of stories about cotton merchants and their integral part in making us a bigger and better world. Like most businesses, and maybe more than most businesses, the cotton business ever evolves. It changes with changes in transportation. It changes with changes in the world as a whole. When I came here, we used to communicate by strange cable means that don't exist anymore. Then we spent years communicating with telexes. And look at today when you've got 16 different ways to communicate. I remember it took us hours to communicate. Today it takes seconds. And basically cotton selling, cotton buying is a communications business. So there have been tremendous changes over the years. Not only changes because there were changes in the families or the people who were involved, but changes in the way business is conducted. We classed every bale by hand when I started. Today you've got machines classing cotton. There's been a tremendous evolution in this business. As the world has progressed, so has this industry. And perhaps the marvel of it all, it's survived and still doing well. It's got a great museum going for it.